Greetings from Sheridan, Montana. And let's see here, it's about 4:45 p.m. What day is this? I don't even know. Well, it's Thursday, it's 23rd of January. And I'm just doing all kinds of stuff here today. I began the process of getting the boiler so that I can get underneath it. You can see I'm removing little bits and pieces as required so I can move it out of here so I can do the floor. I'm having a little bit of issue with these flange bolts, but I'm not worried about it just yet because today's the first day I've even attempted to move them, and they are moving. They're just going to require a little more torque than what I had planned on putting on them. That's okay. It's to be expected, as old as that is. I'm going to get down inside of there, and then look at that. That's the inside of that exhaust valve. I guess that's a damper of sorts that controls the exhaust air out the roof. Really, it had all kinds of leaves and stuff in there from, I guess, years of stuff blowing in it. I'm getting ready to go home and watch the depressing evening news. When Susie and I were cleaning out that back room, we ran across that heater. It was brand new. It's in a box. It had never been opened. It's down under a pile of everything else that was in there. Imagine that. Oh, there's some light in here. There's a light. Okay. It's been a very, very weird last 24 hours with Big Ernie having that mystery illness yesterday. And then Linda Talbot, she's sick. Susie wasn't even supposed to work this week, but she's worked every day so far. And she's going to have to work tomorrow, too. So I started whacking on that tree with the chainsaw earlier, a little bit at a time, just to see what's going on. So we'll take a walk out there before I wrap this video up. Let's go back in here. So I also began earlier today to prepare the vanity here for the classic French gray paint that I had them mix up over at the hardware store earlier. So I got Kills 2 primer and classic French gray primer and paint to go on here, and I'm certain it will be just hunky-dory once I get it going. Susie had planned on being over here with me to work on the back room while I was doing this, but like everything else, I've got to deal with the unexpected occurrences as they happen. We really weren't expecting Big Ernie to get sick, and we really weren't expecting Linda Talbot to get sick, but they did, and they are. It throws us into a deal with it kind of mode. Let me turn this fan off. Oh. Okie dokie. Let's see what else. I'm kind of wandering around, piecing it together as I go, because I really wanted to do more stuff this week. But I made quite a bit of progress today so far. I gotta take the. I'll leave this paint over here. I'm thinking about coming back, but just in case I don't, I want to take it over to the house, and so there's no danger of it freezing, which I really doubt that there is, as warm as it is outside right now. It's been in the 40s for days now, as far as the highs go. There's my trusty chainsaw. Boy, for a little chainsaw, that little sucker, it really cuts good. It's not stock. I beefed it up. Oh. Huh. I forgot which direction it was pointed. My trusty chainsaw. It's the smallest one Steel makes. And I was reading about it online, and I found how to I put a 14-inch bar on it instead of a 16-inch bar. And it's a little shorter and wider. It's got a wider kerf. And now that little sucker, it really cuts good. It really does. It's lightweight, powerful, and really cuts like a big one. Bigger, not super big. It does better cutting than what's expected of it, that's for sure. Alright, let's walk back here. I found the door, by the way, to the sheds. Looks like the deer or something knocked it down, and then it snowed on top of it, so it's still there. It's just covered with snow at the moment. I'm going to do something more permanent with that, like really soon. Anyway, I started working on that weird tree, cutting little pieces off of it so that it's not such a traumatic event when the bigger pieces come down or off of it. You can see where that one's still going pretty far up there, and a little branch or something took off there and then started crushing the shed. But anyway, we talked about that before. Anyway, I just wanted to show you I've begun that process. I don't know how long we can expect to have this unseasonably warm weather that we've been having, but it's been pretty easy around here lately. As far as the weather goes. Something tells me not to expect it to last forever. It was like this last year at this time. And then February came, and old man winter with it. And I was really sorry I didn't prepare more. This year's different. We prepared better this year for an inevitable cold snap. Of course, if it doesn't happen, I'll be fine with that. Oh no, it's dark again. Oh. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna turn this thing off. It's a pretty nifty little heater. It's got a remote that goes to it. You can adjust it from across the room without even touching it. Pretty cool. Alright, well, let's see here. I think I'm getting ready to go home for a while. The senior center had a free lunch for anybody that wanted to eat it today. And I think they told me they had about 70 plus people come down there and eat. So I went down to help them close up. We didn't get out of there till after 2:30. There were so many dishes and pots and pans to do. Okay, well, I'm gonna close down for now, and pick up my chainsaw and all that, and I'll be back. That's your old pal Wade signing off with a view of the killer chainsaw.